The world of work is changing rapidly. Companies and corporations are hiring less workers, and they are mainly cutting entry-level work. Young people are being told to be an entrepreneur, to build their network. Don't go to school. Use AI as much as possible. Use AI to supplement your work, to take the knowledge work away. These are the things we hear on many different podcasts today. If you listen to the tech enthusiasts or the corporation CEOs. The future, we're told, is all about proliferation of energy and data centers. And yet, we're sold a utopian vision. This AI, I believe, is the beginning of the great splitting of the human race into good and evil. The younger generation is so gifted. I've seen it. I believe they were placed on Earth for this time because they chose to go through this tough time, because they are the great initiates of all times. Rudolf Steiner said that all great initiates of all ages would incarnate at the end of the 20th century, where the battle for our future would take place. The battle for the Michaelic intelligence against the earthly Ahrimanic intelligence. Well, we see that one side is certainly proliferating, which is artificial or Ahrimanic intelligence. But for the sake of the world and our future as spiritual human beings, we have to battle for the Michaelic intelligence. And this Michaelic intelligence is spiritual science, anthroposophy. There's no doubt that the economy, the culture, the political life is breaking down around us. And young people are being tempted to either use the AI, and eventually they'll be saying, merge with the AI, or fall behind your peers. They tell you to keep up with the changing times, to not be anti-technology. This is the great decision of our time. I certainly use AI, and I'm sure you have as well. And I'm not saying that that's necessarily the great decision, but never allow it to do any work for you that isn't some kind of busy work or some sort of annoying Excel spreadsheet organizing task. It's important to find your unique gift you were born with for the world, to help the world, which I understand is harder and harder to do. With this artificial world surrounding us, we end up being thrown back on ourselves, and we don't participate as much as we should or could in the world, right? Christ said, be in the world, but not of the world. And this is the great challenge of our time. It's the great balancing of our time. That line that he said is the balance that we all have to try to strike. And we have to gain as many experiences in the world as we possibly can. So try to say yes to things, try to do things, try to experience things, gain new skills, think about how you can help people, because what's happening is the economy is splitting. What the economy is doing is it's turning into the capitalists and the people who have investments in these stocks and companies. And what's happening is these companies now are not even serving people. They're not even serving human beings. They're only serving each other. So it's really like a circular economy where they're just serving each other back and forth, back and forth. Now, many of us may use these tools that these companies are providing, like YouTube, for example. But what we need to do is we need to create, in some ways, a separate parallel society or economy or social organism where we can interact with each other in a decentralized way, that is not based on this capitalistic system, because the capitalistic system is broken. And the capitalistic system breaking, we're seeing that in the stock market. The stock market is just continuously going up, and it probably will do so for the coming years. But the companies are laying off their staff. Think about this. They're letting go of the human being. They're saying, we don't want you anymore. Go away. And their stock price is going up when they make that announcement. And this has been going on for a few years now, really since 2022, when this started to happen with companies. When they would lay people off, you would see the stock price go up. And that's kind of when you knew that something was wrong, that there was a separation taking place. And what they want is they want you to be subsumed or consumed into this technological system, this technological society, which will eventually lead to a merging with that machine. They already have the technology with Neuralink and all of these other things that they're coming up with, the glasses, the Meta Ray-Ban glasses, all of that. And really, it starts with this. It starts with the phone, because that is an appendage now for all of us. We need to take back our sovereignty of who we are as a spiritual human being. There's many ways to do that. This video isn't necessarily about that. But there are what is called the 6 essential exercises. But there's also other things you can do. You know, not turning your phone on in the morning. That's something that I do. It's not something you have to do. You know, turning it off at night. That gives me a separation that I can work with, that I can base my meditations and schedule around. There's much more to cover, and I hope that I can help people that are struggling out there. Please comment in the comments below if you're struggling, if you need help, and I can help. I can try to help you. You know, I hope to one day maybe help people that are struggling in a counseling, life coach sort of way. And so I do think a lot of people will need help, and I don't think that they should turn to the AI to be their counselor, because the AI has no spiritual understanding. It's based on materialistic science. It sees you as an animal, as something that has no soul and no spirit. It has no idea what those things are. And so what I think is needed in the future is a more spiritual understanding of the human being. It's obvious when we look at what's happening, there needs to be an equivalent spiritual understanding of the world, of the cosmos, of the human being, as there is an artificial intelligent understanding of the physical world and the technological proliferation of all of these technologies and companies and corporations. They're going up and to the right. That is really what it is a decline. It's an illusion. It's designed to make you think that we're going through this progressive civilization, but really it's actually a decline. And the incline is the spiritual evolution that we all need to go through. That's the incline. Um, that's the separation of the good and the evil race, if we're really going to get down to it. And, you know, this is the time of great decisions. And I'm not sure how to get the word out there. If anyone has any ideas, please comment below. Um, I don't know. Um, I know that it seems bleak out there, but there is hope. And that hope is that with this breaking down of society, that people will come to spiritual understanding. They will have to, or they will have to be subsumed by the system of technology. And that is not worth your eternal soul and eternal spirit. Thank you.